my name is Hannah Spangler, and this is my God story. And it happened around 2017 when I was just graduating from community college. I grew up always wanting to be an artist. I knew exactly what I wanted to be. As soon as I could hold a pencil, I wanted to be an artist. And so I went to school for that for a couple years and was fortunate enough to be a part of this mentorship program that really like pushed us as entrepreneurs and creatives to really go out there and uh, live our dreams, be creative, and also make it a business. So I was pretty much a really big go-getter after that time in that mentorship program. And so through that, I met some amazing people that wanted to have some creative collaboration and some projects and stuff. I have a screenwriter friend that we ended up making a 15-minute animated short together, and I was in charge of all the art direction and everything. So that was a really cool experience. And around that time, I just graduated and I was wondering what my next steps were. And the Lord really prompted me to go to Bible college right after I graduated. And and so I kind of took that and put it on the shelf for a little bit because the project that I worked on with that friend, he was going to go around and kind of pitch it to people. And there was this opportunity for me to go out there and kind of build on this project that we had worked a year on, essentially. And so in my mind, like that's my ticket to my dream, is to be an animator, be an artist, work in the animation field. Like this was it. But God would not let go of this whole Bible school thing. And so I had to sacrifice my dream of being in the animation industry in order to go to Tulsa, Oklahoma, to go to Rhema Bible Training College. And the first year was really rough. It was really rough because I saw my friend go out there, be on podcasts, and just create amazing things out there. And the first year I thought I missed my shot. Like that was my only shot to get out there and to do what I love. And I'm stuck in the middle of nowhere, Oklahoma, going to Bible school. It's like, what? Like, why? So it was pretty upsetting. But then the further I went along and the more that, I obeyed God and the things that he's called me to do in this season, the more I really loved the season I was in. I loved the people that I was surrounding myself with. And so I became content until after I graduated Bible school. And I was in a season of just living. Like there really wasn't anything for me to do. I was working, I was going to church, and I was in youth ministry, volunteering there. But I didn't really feel like I was going anywhere. And I still had that feeling of like, I missed it. Like I can't take that opportunity back. But through a series of very interesting connections and events, I worked at Hobby Lobby for about 5 years. One of my coworkers knew someone that was a producer at this production company here in town in Tulsa. And so we ended up getting connected. And after a year of back and forth emails, they had a animation project that they wanted me to be on. And in my mind, I thought that it was going to be this up and coming, no name, it was a music video that they wanted me to do. And so I was thinking it wasn't going to be that big of a deal. It'll be just a little bit of talent and then I'll be out, like a freelance gig. But I came into this meeting. It was March 13th, 2020, right before the world shut down, by the way. I had this fear of being furloughed from my job because of all that was happening with the pandemic. But throughout that entire season, I just felt this peace, like everything was going to be fine. And so this meeting happened, and they presented this project to me, and it ended up being David Crowder. So he's not a no-name musician here. He's pretty well known in the Christian sphere. And they gave me the rundown of what the project was about. They said I was going to be the only animator on this project, and they gave me a full-time position on the spot. And that was the last thing I was expecting going into this meeting. And it was so relieving to know that, my talents are still, good enough to be able to do this type of stuff, and that there was a purpose for me to stay here after I graduated. And so for the next 6 months, I'd been working on this music video for David Crowder. And I did all the art direction, all the creative processes, the editing, like all my heart and soul went into this project because I was really the only one working on it, except for a couple people that helped with some assets and editing and everything. But it was such a dream come true. And then after that animation project, there really wasn't much I was doing. I worked on editing political ads and editing random client work every now and then. And so that feeling came back of like, okay, is this it? Am I just an editor now, not an animator? But just a year after I finished that project, a bigger project fell in our laps at the studio. Long story short, there was a couple months process, but we are making a feature-length animated film, and I am the art director for it, where I have artists underneath me that I need to give direction to and show them what the process is or what the creative direction is. And I'm now in a position of leadership in the animation industry. This is exactly what I wanted back in 17, and I'm living it out right now. All because I obeyed God, because everything that I learned at Rhema and at Bible school, I am applying to this faith-based animated feature. So God just knows all the little things that you need in order to fulfill the calling that he does have for you later down the line. And you just got to trust him, because blessing always follows obedience. And I feel so blessed and favored to be in this position right now, all because I said yes to going to Oklahoma instead of going to LA to do what I thought I wanted to do.
Thank you for joining us this week on Your Everyday Life podcast. We pray that you were encouraged. Make sure to visit our website at youreverydaylife.org, where you can subscribe and receive weekly devotional blogs from Scott. You can also find us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Your Everyday Life. Be sure to give us a comment on how words of encouragement has inspired you, and pass the word on to a friend who you know needs encouragement. Be sure to tune in again next week when once again we will look at everyday life topics and apply words of encouragement. Until then, stay encouraged by what you heard today, and may you be greatly blessed.